Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. I've got two wands. You get fairy dust and I get fairy dust and this little lamb gets fairy dust. Ask an advanced bitch. I was asked a simple question. Can you self-actualize? Is it possible? Is it truly possible for us to self-actualize? And not only is it possible, but that's your life's work. That's what you have to do. Like, there's not an option. That's what you do. And what I constantly call personal growth work or advanced personal growth work is to do this work to become self-actualized. Like, that's why we do it. And that's why it's advanced, because advanced bitches get to the top of the mountain. So let's look at Maslow's hierarchy. Just a quick reminder, Maslow didn't think women could self-actualize. Hard pass. No, thank you. We actually can. And so this is Maslow's hierarchy. So this is self-actualization. This is the peak. This is when we're living at our fullest. And we can actually live here. We actually can. But this is like a map. This is a secret map that we can use, because it's like, well, I don't feel like I can self-actualize. Right. That's because that means, by definition, you aren't at the peak yet. But where are you? Are you at esteem needs? Are you at love and belonging needs? Are you at safety and security needs? Are you at physiological needs? So we can live here. And this is the only way to get here, is that you have to meet these needs. Like, you have to. That's what it means to be an advanced bitch. That's what it means to do advanced personal growth work, is that this is what we're signing up for. And whether you sign up for it or not, you're being called to do it. And so you get to choose, of course, whether you do it or not. But you are supposed to be working on, that's your great call to adventure, is how to heal this. And so the first set of needs are physiological. So the other thing is just to know about, it's actually impossible to live here 24/7 every day. I think of Maslow's hierarchy almost as like two things. One is Maslow's hierarchy is the path, is the trip that we need to take. And then the other way I think of it as, and how it really works for me now, is why we can't live here is because life is bullshit. Life throws us shitty shit all the time. And this is why I am committed to being self-actualized. I'm committed to advanced personal growth. To me, those are interchangeable, because life is going to bring me some bullshit, and I need to be ready for it, and I need to have had the experience of climbing out of it. That's one of the reasons you're connecting to me, is because you know that this bitch has been to the dirt and back, and that I know how to climb this fucking mountain. And we need that. We need the other people to show us how to climb the mountain. And you know, it's unconscious to think, oh, well, I get to the top of the mountain, I stay at the top of the mountain. No. There are forces pulling us back. Our own psyche is one of them. And life, again, like, there's going to be disasters, and there's going to be illness, and there's going to be, you know, maybe a mean person will come into our life for one reason or another. And so the way I think of it is, let's say I'm already self-actualized. So how I, Elizabeth, would use this is I work every day to stay here. That's why I do my rituals. That's why I, you know, have to keep my food addiction in check. I have to, you know, it just, you know, I require a lot to be normal. But when shit goes down, like, let's say I get sick, okay, right down here, I'm back to physiological needs. It's really hard to be self-actualized while you don't feel it good. Actually, I have a good example of this. Like, when I have a migraine, I'm in pain. And so I can't do, you know, if you ever see, like, Elizabeth hasn't shown her little face in a few days. Although I have discovered the glory of filters. So I'll see you in the stories, even if I'm not here teaching you on IGTV. But so pain. So I can't be, you know, I'm always fabulous, but I can't be my full fabulous self, being self-actualized, doing all the things I can't write my book, I can't go run a marathon, I can't, whatever it is I'm going to do if I'm hurting and in pain. So I think of it as, okay, boop, I'm down here to physiological needs, and now I just need to wait till the pain's over, and I need to take really good care of myself. I need to feel safe. I need to make sure that, you know, that I'm doing go to my doctor, you know, neurology things, and make sure everything's safe, and the amount of medicine I'm taking is safe, and all that. So that's how I think of this on a daily basis. If you are not healed, if you're still in your addiction, if you're in a mess of a codependency fog that you've been in your whole life, if you're a fawn, if you're married to somebody who has a personality disorder, or you have a parent that's a personality disorder, or a kid that has a personality disorder, like you may feel that you can never get self-actualized. But again, the good news is a path. So where do you stop? So physiological needs, we have to have those basic needs met. We cannot be in pain. We need to be able to breathe. We need to be able to, you know, be in our bodies. What else? Food, air, all that stuff. So you get it. Safety needs. Once physical needs are somewhat satisfied, we focus on safety needs. These needs being satisfied quell our need for, these needs being satisfied. When we satisfy our security needs, I really like how they say this. I got this from the conscious aging website, but there's a gazillion pictures. So just Maslow's Hierarchy, click on images, and then you'll get a bunch of pictures. But I got this one from Consciously Aging. When we're in order, when our house is in order, when our life is in order, when things are in order, when our relationship's in order, that makes us feel safe. So if you don't feel that way, that's where you start working. But let's say you feel safe and you have somewhat, you know, control of your life and your finances, and you're doing okay. Then it's time to take a look around at your love and belonging needs. One, basic and safety needs are met. Human needs become social, so we require the other human beings, and we need to experience love and being loved. And you want to feel like you belong. And if you don't, guess what? That's where you work. How do I get more love in my life? How do I let love in? Am I pushing it away? Etc. etc. What are my trust issues? You know, that's where we work. But the good news is bitch, you are physiologically safe, and you have your safety and security needs met. So that's like really great news. There's so many people that don't have that now. And so, you know, we can feel down on ourselves like, ugh, I got all this work to do. But yes, but we're called to do it, and we want to do it because it is our life's purpose to become self-actualized. That is the point of all of this. And that's why I'm committed to do advanced personal growth work. I don't fuck around with negative thoughts. I want a chance to actually live a life being self-actualized, because it's fucking great. I have to tell you, I've lived both ways. I've lived up and down on this fucking triangle, and I got to tell you, being self-actualized and feeling self-actualized is pretty great. And guess what? If you have kids, you have to be self-actualized. Your kids will not be self-actualized if you do not teach them by living it. You have to live it. You can't tell them about being self-actualized or think, you know, you should be self-actualized. No. Our work is that we have to. It's our if we're in a marriage, it's our responsibility in that marriage to become self-actualized. Like, we want our partner to have the best version of us that we can possibly be. So yes, we can be self-actualized, and if you're not self-actualized, it just means we have to do some personal growth work. No problem. We can do hard things. Okay, love you. Bye.